Welcome to Good Morning America's Team, only on America's Team Network. I'm Tommy Utah. Cowboys Nation, the Dallas Cowboys may have just tipped their hand heading into the draft. We're hearing that Dallas plans to go best player available, not drafting for need. And on paper, that sounds like the smart move. But here's the real question. Is that discipline, or is that avoiding the team's biggest problems? Because this roster still has holes, and if Dallas ignores those, it could cost them. We're breaking it all down right after this. Hey everyone, Tommy Utah here. Let's talk about something we all deal with but rarely fix: poor sleep and that nagging neck stiffness. Waking up feeling stiff can ruin your entire day, especially for the gym goers and sports fans who push their bodies hard. That's why I want to show you the Darla Ergo. It's an engineered sleep solution designed for actual recovery and comfort. This butterfly design has targeted zones to keep your spine aligned, whether you sleep on your back, side, or even your stomach. It uses high-density memory foam and cooling technology so you're not tossing and turning, searching for the cool side of the pillow. When your neck is actually supported, you wake up ready to tackle the day. It's about sleep performance, pure and simple. If you want better rest and a more comfortable night's sleep, you owe it to yourself to check this out. Head to the link in our bio or description to learn more about Darla Ergo. Your neck will thank you.
It's go time. It's go time. It's go time. We going up like Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime. We going up. It's go time. It's go time.
Welcome back, Cowboys fans. Let's get into the playbook. Our discussion centers on the draft strategy and, the whole best player available versus fill the need debate.
Absolutely. What we're really looking at today is whether the Cowboys should pick the top talent regardless of positional needs or focus on, plugging defensive holes, right?
Exactly. It's that classic talent versus need debate. It's like balancing a scale. On one side, you're grabbing the best player available, and on the other, you're looking at the glaring, defensive gaps in your roster.
Yeah, I get that. Right, and that's a big question. If you go with talent over need, then you might overlook some of the fundamentals that make a team resilient, like a strong defense.
True, and the argument here is that the best teams, they don't just chase talent blindly. They also have this sharp awareness of their weaknesses. It's almost like a two-step process.
I hear that. And if you ignore those weaknesses, then your opponents are going to find and exploit them sooner or later. The risk is real.
Right on. But then there's also the counterpoint. Reaching for specific needs can backfire. Teams sometimes overreach trying to fill every gap they see, and then they end up with a draft that doesn't work out on the field.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Can I just question that a bit? I mean, don't you think that being too rigid about grabbing the best player available might actually ignore the practical realities of what your roster needs right now?
That's a solid challenge. It's a careful dance between ambition and realism. It's like saying, hey, we want the best, but we also can't ignore that our defense is showing some serious vulnerability.
Yeah, exactly. Because if the defensive gaps are left to fester, then it might cost the team crucial games.
And that's what makes this strategy so intriguing. It's about identity. When Dallas builds this team, it's not just a one-dimension draft effort. It's a statement about how they see themselves in the league.
Right. Identity is key. Absolutely. The vibe is that you need to project excellence across the board. But if you get it wrong, it's going to show up in those game films pretty fast.
Now think about it. Going with the best player available might bring in a star who can change the outcome of big plays. But then ignoring a positional need, like on defense, could leave you exposed to other teams.
That's the gamble. It's almost like you're saying the Cowboys are walking a tightrope here. They must weigh on one side the potential game changer versus on the other, pragmatic patching up of the team's vulnerabilities.
Yeah, exactly. It's like picking between a potential ace pitcher or, say, a reliable bullpen to cover your bases during the long season. Both are essential, but for very different reasons.
That's what makes it so tricky. Also, you have to consider the long-term plan. If they overcommit to filling a need now, they might lock themselves into a system that stifles future talent development.
Yes, and that's what some argue, that a team's identity and long-term success lie in drafting for overall talent while being mindful of needs. But it's a risky
Mhm.
balance.
Very risky indeed. Let's not forget, though, that reaching for need has its risks too. Sometimes teams, in a desperate bid to stay balanced, accidentally overpay for that need and miss out on a superstar talent that could elevate the entire team.
Definitely. It's like if you're building a house, you need both the best foundation and a stunning design. Overspending on the fancy finishes while skimping on the bricks will leave you in a precarious position.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Exactly. The balance is like a seesaw. It's delicate. And if the Cowboys miscalculate on either side, their whole draft identity could suffer, which might be evident down the road.
And then we get into the whole, if they get it wrong, it's going to show debate. There's no hiding flaws forever once the season starts rolling. It's all on display.
I totally agree. Right. And that brings us back to Cowboys Nation's big question. Best player available or fill the need? It's as much a philosophy as it is a tactical decision.
Yeah, it really boils down to identity. How does Dallas want to be seen? Are they the team that chases stardom by snatching up individual talent? Or are they like the team that's built to cover its bases and patch its holes?
Absolutely. That's the heart of the matter. And sometimes those great players, the best available, can mask weaknesses early on with sheer brilliance. But as the season wears on, those gaps might start showing up around the edges.
True. It's a bit like papering over cracks in the wall.
Right.
You
like
might
a
shine in the
temporary
short
fix.
term, but long-term stability requires a solid structure underneath.
Here's a thought. What if the Cowboys try to blend the two approaches? What if they target a player who's a top-tier talent, but can also plug a specific gap on defense?
That's an interesting notion. It's like having your cake and eating it too. But the reality is talent that also fills a need perfectly is, well, pretty rare.
True enough. Right. And the market is so competitive these days. Everyone wants that dual threat. So the price tag is, pretty steep.
Exactly. And sometimes the Cowboys might be forced into a corner where they must make a clear choice due to budget or the overall draft board dynamics.
Yeah, that decision can really define the season. I agree. And I think that's why we see this tension in the discussion. It's not a black and white issue. It's all about how the strategy fits into the overarching vision for the team.
Right. And let's not overlook the pressure on the front office. Their decision sends a clear message about the team's identity moving forward. Either they're betting on explosive talent or they're building a more balanced squad that knows its limitations.
Exactly. And the fans, they're watching every move. Cowboys Nation is known for its passion, and when the strategy is announced, the expectations shoot through the roof, regardless of the approach.
Absolutely. It's like the fans are holding up a mirror, saying, we know who you are, prove it on the field. That pressure can really drive the team to excel, or on the flip side, expose any missteps.
Yep, that's the reality of it. So where do we stand right now? Is there a clear winner between talent and need for the Cowboys?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? On one hand, grabbing the best talent might give them that head-turning superstar moment, but on the other, covering defensive holes is critical for consistency over a long season.
I see that. I think one could argue that in today's game, you can't afford to ignore either side. A balanced approach might be the ideal, although it's a luxury that not every team gets.
Yeah, and in some cases, it might even be a case of strategic compromise. Maybe not the absolute best at one end, but a player who contributes on both fronts. It's like finding a utility player who can fill multiple roles.
Right. Versatility is golden. Precisely. Yet I respect the idea of not overthinking the need too much. Sometimes sticking to your identity and trusting your scouting intuition is what builds a championship culture.
Sure, but I wonder if that identity might be too rigid in a league where adaptability could win championships. I respectfully challenge that viewpoint. Sometimes a little flexibility in addressing immediate needs is crucial.
Yeah, I can see that perspective. Absolutely. And that's why the debate continues. It's all about finding that perfect equilibrium. Cowboys Nation, as always, will have plenty to discuss when the draft clock starts ticking.
Well said. It's all these nuances, talent, need, identity, and the pressure of expectations that make this draft conversation so endlessly fascinating.
Yup, couldn't agree more. And while we wait for more moves from the front office, we'll be here analyzing every angle, every pick, and every strategy move. Stay tuned because the season is about to get really interesting.
Definitely. Whether the Cowboys lean into the best available or decide it's time to fill the glaring gaps, the decision will shape their identity for years to come. And that's something we'll keep watching closely.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's your final take for now? Talent first with a safety net, or a hard look at defensive needs before the clock winds down?
For me, it's all about maintaining that balance. Talent is electrifying, but ignoring the defensive fundamentals is a recipe for trouble. It's like crafting a masterpiece requires a solid canvas as much as vibrant colors.
I love that analogy. Exactly. And with that, we leave you with the burning question. Best player available or feel the need? Only time and the draft results will truly tell.
Indeed. Thanks for tuning in for this deep dive into Cowboys Nation's draft strategy. Until next time, keep the conversation alive and keep those insights coming.
Catch you next time.
All right, Cowboys Nation, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for tuning in to Good Morning America's Team, only on America's Team Network. We created this show for one reason, to give you real Cowboys coverage, real conversations, real insight, and real breakdowns from people who actually understand the game. If you rock with that, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay locked in with us for more. Big shout out to America's Team Network and Clem Dynasty Productions for making this possible. I'm Tommy Utah, and we'll catch you on the next one.
It's go time. It's go time. It's go time. We going up like Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime. Like Coach Prime.